I'm not blaming LeBron for being a coach killer with a bad coach.
Why the are the Lakers going to hire an unexperienced coach that has never been an assistant coach, let alone a head coach, as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers in win-now mode in year one of his coaching career?
Darvin Ham, after 2-3 years of being a coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's been 2, has now been fired. And I will say a lot of people are grilling LeBron, a lot more people than I have seen in the past. They are looking at the player in this regard. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, this is from Woj, informed Ham of the decision in a phone call short time ago. Sources said, after a run to the Western Finals a year ago and winning 47 games this season, it'll likely be Ham's successor who will get a chance to benefit from organizations using major draft capital to upgrade. Ham is the first Lakers coach to make the playoffs and not return following the season since Phil Jackson in 2011. Not only did they hire or fire Darvin Ham and cheese sandwich, they also let go of the entirety of the coaching staff, which included friend of the show, a lot of people, Phil Handy. I think we all kind of knew Darvin Ham was getting some flack for this, but a lot of people are saying that that LeBron is a coach killer. LeBron is a coach killer because of these actions. LeBron has had a lot of coaches in his career. What are we thinking, Sage, about the Ham firing, which I already know how you feel, but more so the concept of LeBron being a coach killer?
All right, so I'll be more topic oriented. I thought I had to use my hot take earlier. If I do, then so be it. In terms of LeBron being a coach killer, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I see where you're coming from. I just don't like the connotation. In order for you to coach LeBron James, you dead ass have to be one, you have to have results. You're not results oriented, they're gonna pack you up. Frame one, because what are you gonna do? Blame LeBron James in 2018 and really any year prior, and hell, some years after? God, this guy's good. So you don't blame LeBron, right? So then, all right, let's go to the other players on the team. Most of the time, when we look at the coaches that got fired for LeBron, that's kind of why the coach got fired in a weird way. It's bad roster. Okay, you actually suck at your job. Bad roster. LeBron just got here. So when we're calling him a coach killer, all technicality, yes, because he will join a team that, whether they're a losing franchise or a winning franchise, he's going to want his coach. And therefore, year one, you better have results. You're done. But in terms of like this guy that's low-key uncoachable or you don't want to coach LeBron James, he's like a bad player to be with, like that connotation, no, that's stupid.
Football offseason is ramping up tremendously. Trades after trades, signings after signings. Who will win next year? Who will succeed? Well, over at Prize Picks, you can succeed if you play daily fantasy. Let's take a look at Prize Picks. We've got some easy numbers here. We got CJ Stroud, my personal MVP, for 4,000 yards on the season.
You can do the whole season? That's crazy.
I'm learning something today, and I'm about to make a 30-minute drive. Woo!
And then on the receiving side of things, we've had some moving and we've had some shaking, but I think one of the more guaranteed picks, Moore, for $499.5. Make sure that you place those things early for the football season. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some change on there. I'm a little scary, so I'm going to just put that for the long game right there. And I'm going to hit place entry. And it is just as simple as that on Prize Picks.
And if you use code LKIB, you guys can get a 100% match on your first deposit of up to $100. Links to everything will be in the description down below. And shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this podcast.
I could make this real quick. LeBron got into the league in the 2004 season. His rookie coach got fired. He had an interim coach in 2005. They hired Mike Brown. Mike Brown was his coach until he left in 2010. He gets to the Heat. They never fired Eric Spoelstra. He was there all 4 years LeBron was in Miami. He didn't like Eric Spoelstra. So we didn't have the conversation, or if people want to have the conversation of, oh, well, this was not a Pat Riley ran franchise and they bent to LeBron's will, would they have fired Eric Spoelstra? Have that hypothetical conversation, buddy. Go ahead. That's not what happened, though. They have him for 4 years. He then goes to Cleveland. David Blatt is the first coach, I will say, unjustly fired. You want to say it's LeBron? You want to say it's the franchise? Whatever. Unjust firing. You get to the finals. David Blatt didn't seem like to be the problem. They still fired him. Crazy. You want to not have that as a knock against LeBron? Go ahead. He then goes to the Lakers. All of us said Luke Walton was a bad coach. I'm not faulting LeBron for getting Luke. If he did, Luke Walton fired regardless. We all want him gone, especially LeVar Ball. Luke Walton's gone. We have Frank Vogel. I entered the second coach where it's like, okay, if you want to blame LeBron, blame LeBron. I don't agree with the firing. Whether that's LeBron or the front office, you had that conversation. That is crazy. Frank Vogel shouldn't have been fired. Then we have Darvin Ham. I'm sorry. Y'all can call it bias or call it what you want. I said that nigga was ass since his first year. I said Darvin Ham should have been fired his first year. When we went to the West Conference Finals, I said if we want to make the finals, we have to fire him the first year. I'm not blaming LeBron for being a coach killer with a bad coach. There's no way I'm calling a player a coach killer when they have a bad coach. Now, if you want to be the person that has the argument, oh, instead of blaming the coach, why don't you blame the front office? I blame Rob Pelican. I blame Genie bitch ass. I did. They are at fault. It's not just Darvin. It's a lot.
No moves.
The whole front office getting fired lets me know that our literal from the top down is ass. You fired the whole coaching staff. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all doing damage control. Y'all niggas suck. Rob Pelinka's bad at his job. He needs to be fired. But I'm not about to say and call LeBron a coach killer when you can't even point to majority of his career where he was just getting coaches fired left and fucking right. It just did not happen. The narrative is a nasty narrative. When you actually put context behind what people are saying, niggas are running with, oh, LeBron's had 6-7 coaches. Do the math, my nigga. Actually think about it. Think about what you're saying. You're counting interim coaches for 18 games in 05. We're counting his rookie coach who no one can even name his fucking rookie year coach. And if you want to say a rookie LeBron got his coach fired, again, go ahead. I don't remember hearing that. I don't remember hearing any narratives like that. I don't remember seeing anything like that. But if you want to run with that, run with a rookie LeBron got his coach fired. Please do that if that's your project.
If anything, this is all more proof to me that it is the front office because we have examples of front offices not letting their star players just bitch them around, essentially, for lack of a better term, specifically Miami. When LeBron wanted Eric Spoelstra fired, Pat Riley said, nah, that's our guy. So if that's the confirmation bias that you need that, yeah, if LeBron did get his way, he would be a coach killer. A lot of coaches will get fired. That's fine. But I also feel like Pat Riley proved it again today. Bro, I am the GM. You go out there and play. Let me handle business. You know what I'm saying? So with the Lakers, I think it's the same thing. Like, the Lakers can, if they really wanted to stick with Darvin Ham, they could have done that. They could have done that, but they chose to go another way. So.
I think, and I got a question for Bezos, but I think Eric Spoelstra's, or not Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley's he's the last of a dying breed. What does it mean, Bezos, to be a coach killer? Even the phrase,
be a coach. I guess it's just when the going gets rough, and it gets rough real quick. The connotation to me is, a star player makes a call to the front office. Yo, this guy's not it, and they just fire him just because the star player said so. So then, I guess that's where I would.
How many times would a player need to do that for you to give them the title of being a coach killer?
I would just need to have the context as to there needs to be context in the situation. Like if it's a Darvin Ham situation where, bro, that motherfucker really is ass, dog. Like we really need to let him go, and he's the guy that initiates that call. I mean, I'm not gonna put that on him, but if it's a lot of coaches that, in my opinion, didn't get the proper time and essentially just the proper time to really develop into what they needed to be.
So time is the fact, because the reason why I say that is because we can say Black, he squashed Black, right?
Yeah.
We can say that he tried to squash Bo, but it did not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's
I don't know. I was just having a brain fart.
Yeah, no, he tried.
That's objectively true. That's a fact.
He tried to squash us, Bo, and it did not work. And then a lot of people are saying today that, you know, whether you felt this way about him or not, he definitely tried to squash Ham and Cheese when he smashed that clipboard out of his hand. He emasculated him.
I ain't never seen
that. No, I saw that shit yesterday.
We gotta talk about coach killing for real. Come on now.
I'm not calling that coach killing, to be honest. A lot of you guys say that you like these things out of players to have your no excuses argument, a la Anthony Edwards talking about Karl Anthony Towns or Kevin Durant all this other shit, especially when Kevin Durant just straight up said, "Yo, I don't need a coach." So it'd be hypocritical if that was your ammo on. Oh yeah, that's why he's a coach killer. But then even then, I'd go back to the point of but Darvin Ham sucks. like I'm sorry, hey, that's a butt that if y'all are gonna, that's what y'all dying on. That's what y'all dying on. And while I'm on the subject of Lakers, Damo, you had one flaw in your argument when you said Frank Vogel counts as number 2. Bullshit. Because if we really want to count context, we really want to go there. Great husband, father, resurgence, whatever. That was like more 1-to-1 with Russ. The first thing Ham came back. The first thing Ham says when he comes there is, "Oh yeah, man, I love our players. We're gonna be great. I'm giving everybody opportunity. I'm gonna make sure that Russ is in a good light." Like, nah, I wouldn't even say that. Vogel is a qualifier for your argument. I would say only Blatt.
I was going with coaches LeBron's had that their firing was unjust for the people making the argument. The people making this argument against LeBron do not give a fuck what Russ has to do with any of this. They really don't. They're just gonna look at it as, "Oh, LeBron coach got fired. And niggas didn't agree." So just playing it super black and white. I could see that Frank Vogel and David Black being unjust firings if you want to blame that on LeBron. Which again, I feel like the conversation gets deeper in terms of front office, other players on the team, what was going on. There's a lot of reasons why a coach would get fired. But if we're going to play it was it or was it not LeBron game, I'll play it with you. These two, I guess we can say, well, LeBron. Like, hey, just to keep it simple.
I feel like LeBron has gotten a lot of unexperienced or young coaches in his career. And this may be a case of just correlation doesn't equal causation. Because, like, you hired the wrong person for the job. When you have LeBron on your team, you're competing for a championship. So while it is unfortunate that these coaches didn't get the time to be proper head coaches in the league, they needed time to, they probably would have been better suited on, like, rebuilding teams to get the reps in. But now that, this is our coach and he is not fit for the job, LeBron has to step in and say, he's not our guy. I need to give me the clipboard now, bro. I'm gonna drop the play. Fuck it. So, if JJ comes into the job, I'm gonna be saying the same thing.
I don't want JJ Redick over there.
If JJ comes into that job, I really hope he doesn't, because it's gonna be the same thing. Why the fuck are the Lakers gonna hire an unexperienced coach that has never been an assistant coach, let alone a head coach, as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers in win now mode in year 1 of his coaching career? And now we're about to be in the cycle a year from now saying JJ's ass when he wasn't given a proper time.
I was going to say the same thing because the stories that are coming out about who the next coach is, they have JJ Redick leading the pack. And I think Paul Pierce kind of wraps up my points about this point specifically.
He's leading the pack real quick.
Yeah, JJ's looking like the favorite, which is crazy. JJ and Mike Budenholzer are looking like the favorites.
More crazier than bringing in a JJ Redick. I think at least Maverick Carter would get a fair shake. JJ Redick won't get a fair shake. I'm trying to think of other ex-NBA. Rondo won't get a fair shake. I don't know. Jeff Teague won't get a fair shake. None of these guys will get a fair shake at this job.
Go ahead, no, you first.
If this is a LeBron James-led team still.
Mike Budenholzer and Ty Lue are the only two answers to me.
I'm talking about young.
I know it. Yeah.
That's just not true, so Omar. That's just not true. Anybody that's deemed in LeBron's good graces is going to get a break. Is going to get a fair shake. I don't want. No. I was talking more so. JJ and even Rondo, who I feel like people will think will be in LeBron's good graces because of them winning. At least Laker fan and me being a delusional Laker fan, we'll wrap our heads around the fact that Rondo, championship, LeBron, they were clicking. They played well. It works. He likes them. They'll convince themselves that. I personally don't want JJ Redick as the head coach if LeBron is there. If LeBron's not there, then it's just AD and we're trying to find someone else to come there. Sure, I wouldn't mind JJ. I want an analytic coach. But I think I'm going first. I'm going first. I want it to be known off rip. I want Mike Budenholzer to be the head coach, and I want JJ to be our lead assistant. I want them to do the exact same thing we did in 2020, bring on Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd. That's what I want. But what do I know?
Yeah, for me, I don't know if we're going to the route of who should be the Lakers head coach. Is that exactly what we're doing, or are we talking about Paul Pierce's take?
No, I mean, I think we thought a lot of what Paul Pierce's take was fine. I didn't.
Yeah.
I
Paul
didn't have
Pierce's
no
take,
argument
for the
with
most part, Paul Pierce's take wasn't the worst or anything like that. It's just again the tone around it being, well, who wants to take those couple years coaching LeBron, all that stuff. If LeBron's not happy, then like if LeBron's not happy, you're gone. That applies to like every superstar damn near. Like if Curry's not happy, you're gone. If Kevin Durant's not happy, you're gone. Hell, if Anthony Edwards ain't happy, you're gone. So I just don't like this like no shit Sherlock connotation that's only going to LeBron James as a person who LeBron's not even near my like top 5, 10 favorite players. But I gotta call unfairness when I see it. That's just a weird agenda push. In regards to just strictly what he said, no tone sensing, no. Oh yeah, for sure. There is no reason a young coach, new coach, anything should be there. The only examples you would have is like a Sean McVay of the NFL, for example. But there's no realistic reason why the Los Angeles Lakers make that gamble, especially when you have either championship coaches out there or championship coaches that won with LeBron out there. There's no reason you do it. There's no reason you do it. You say who?
Was Steve Kerr be an example of someone who did that? Brought in a rookie coach and went out mode, and it actually worked.
I wouldn't say it's the same though, because
I wouldn't say the same thing. I'm just saying an example of a rookie coach coming into a situation that again,
I'd say Steve Kerr probably is your craziest example, but I think the Rams situation a bit different from that Warriors one. I think the Rams were like all in, and I got to double check that. I think that's probably a best example. That's probably a best example, Steve Kerr.